People in Napa are crazy. You can tell because they all after
for Hillsdale.com.
Let's see if I can do
there you'll be able to find out about the online courses. I love their online courses.
I'm not gonna make it
well,
to that.
I don't think it's Kirk for Hillsdale.com. That doesn't work. So go to Charlie for Hillsdale. Sorry for the issue here. There you'll find a short video over a minute long showing how Hillsdale's work not only on its Michigan and Washington, D.C. campuses, but across the country are defending American liberty. So check it out right now, charlieforhillsdale.com. There you could take their Aristotle course, Constitution course, the American History course, so many different things you could check out right now at charlieforhillsdale.com. That is Charlie, F-O-R, Hillsdale.com. Spend some time, listen to the Constitution 101 course, take the Federalist Papers course, take the Supreme Court course, take the Victor Davis Hanson course on citizenship. That's Charlie, F-O-R, Hillsdale.com. Hillsdale College is America's greatest college. And I have to say, I do a lot of criticizing of colleges. Do you notice where there haven't been any Hamas protests? Do you notice that there haven't been any targeting to kill Jews at Hillsdale? There's a reason for that. Harvard is allegedly the best school in the country. Cornell. Jews are hiding for their life at Cornell. Literally, hiding for their life. It's not a joke.
Like,
they are being targeted like it's 1930s Australia.
Drive like crazy because, you know.
And I'm not even being hyperbolic. Not at Hillsdale. Charlie for Hillsdale.com. Okay, I want to brag on our show here. When we first started talking about the Ukraine-Russian conflict, war, and yes, Putin was wrong to invade Ukraine. We've always been morally clear about that. But then after that, you must start asking the right questions and pursue truth. What is the right way to respond? Why is it in America's interest? Why aren't we trying to broker peace? Why are we going to support a government that obviously can't win the war? Why are we antagonizing Russia? Why do we care more about a border invasion 5,000 miles away while our own border is wide open? Why are we supporting actual Nazis, the Azov Battalion? Why are we okay with the Ukrainian government shutting down Orthodox churches in Ukraine? Why do we act as if Zelensky is modern-day Churchill? These are things that we mentioned, and there were not many of us. Tucker Carlson was still on the air, and he definitely led the charge. God bless him. Bannon was excellent. Jack Posobiec, our program. But the vast majority of people on television, on radio, and podcasting were all in for the neoconservative war project. Learning nothing from Vietnam, learning nothing from Iraq, learning nothing from Afghanistan, learning nothing about the permanent war machine. We're a 10% minority. We lost hundreds of thousands of dollars at Turning Point USA in the first couple of weeks because of my personal position on the Ukraine-Russian war. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of donations. We had people that were calling me saying that I was a Putin puppet. People that were sympathetic with the Zelensky-Ukrainian war effort. And I told them, I said, look, if you are really going to pull your gift to the unbelievably important work that Turning Point USA is doing, because you disagree with my stance on America's involvement in a foreign proxy war 5,000 miles away, you're making a mistake. Some of those donors said, Charlie, the most important thing happening in the world is supporting Zelensky, exactly what Mitch McConnell said. We help a lot. 90% of the country, 90% of the country said that we must support Ukraine. 90% agreement is almost impossible in U.S. politics. How did it change? Honestly, this program, you guys, are a big reason why it changed. And yes, Tucker led the way. Tucker was this bulldozer. Candace Owens deserves a ton of credit. She was excellent on social media. Excellent this entire time. But there were maybe 5 or 6 of us that asked the right questions. That were willing to take the shrapnel and the income. Now, why is it that there was only 5 or 6 of us? But I'll be very honest, one of the reasons that I personally was so bold and And I wish we weren't right, by the way. I wish we weren't right that hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians were going to die. I wish we weren't right that this was all for nothing. I wish we'd be wrong. I wish I was doing a mea culpa right now. I would. But what made us be so accurate so early? Because we noticed. And we also don't trust the instruments of government that are currently reigning terror over the West. We learned from COVID. We were very early on COVID. I don't think we've ever really received credit for how remarkable we were. We were calling for opening up the country 2 weeks in. We were very early. I don't think this program ever received the credit. That's okay. We don't do it for credit, but there's a lot of whitewashing.
Oh, I do have a deal from Marathon to my bank. I forgot about that.
Yeah, in November of 2020.
To my right.
We were hosting events with President Trump in June of 2020. We were calling for the entire country opening up in late March of 2020, 2 weeks after 15 days to slow the spread. Saying we were saying the cure can't be worse than the disease. But I know a lot of you guys were early too. But the point is we were in a minority with COVID. But the one that really motivated me, where I was probably one of the most aggressive voices out there, was BLM. I was so outspoken on the BLM show that I'll never forget. Producer Andrew called me, and he was like, "Charlie, I just want to make sure you know what you're doing." And Andrew would tell you, I was 10 out of 10. I was like, "Andrew, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." I was so intense. Like, literally days after all, like, the Floydapalooza, Black Square, we went all in. Some of our best performing content ever. And I started to recognize and realize COVID, mask, hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, then the racial reckoning. By the way, our podcast like tripled overnight because we were so willing and early to take the right stand. I saw it as a psyop, which of course it was, obviously. It was a massive cultural revolution play that was deployed on the American people. America's a racist country. We need Juneteenth. Give us reparations. Allow us to burn. Allow us to loot. Allow us to murder. It was all an election day, top-down revolution psyop that you're still largely living with. Okay. What I'm getting at, though, is you live through enough of these, you recognize and realize that there are powers even above the media. COVID, mask, lockdown, BLM, election integrity, mass mail-in balloting, no secure